When did I do this?
Do you ever think that the Simpsons like look around at their lives and they think,
It doesn't have
I've
no
had
date on it.
so many adventures with various celebrities and been to so many countries, and all of the things that happen in Springfield happen surrounding us or is about us. Do you think they ever like think to themselves, hey, are we the main characters? Not just of our lives, but of like the universe.
I mean, technically, since you inhabit your own body, you are the main character to you.
You are the main character of your own life, but you're not the main character of everyone else's
when
lives.
I can't understand that. It's fucking awful.
Genuinely, I assume they're Gen Z, but they might not be. Honestly, Gen Z are notorious for like complaining about millennials. But we didn't do anything, by the way. We didn't attack you first. You're just saying random shit about us and making us feel bad. But someone of the younger generation was in the back seats behind us while I was watching Joker à la deux or whatever.
Yeah, really well.
Jonkler 2. Jonkler the musical.
Goddamn.
And they just kept, like, it was just these girls in their early 20s that just kept, like, talking to each other through the movie, or, like, yelling at each other, and, like, someone was snapping a photo, like, back there, taking a selfie or something. And the more they talked, the more I was just thinking in my mind, like, you guys think you are the main characters.
Yeah.
To circle back. You believe you are the main characters
when I was a teen, an autistic teen that didn't understand things, I thought everything I knew was everything everyone else knew, and it made things really hard for everyone else.
So I've always been of like the general belief that like,
and I've done what every video game player who doesn't have time to figure out things.
I feel as if the older I get, the more knowledge that I have is just common sense that like everyone else knows and understands it, similar to what you said. Yeah. But I find that things that I thought everyone knew, I often find that other people just don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'll be scrolling through social media and someone will be like, it was today years old that I found out that the numbers on a toaster represented minutes. Like, what's the alternative?
Oh my god.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's just like a loose example, like the first thing that came to my head. But there's other ones that are just like more obvious that I'm just like, the reading comprehension skills, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Ironic. Media literacy. It turns out that Generation Alpha, due to their skibbity toilets and their low attention spans, have less media literacy than previous generations.
Good God.
Doing this, following the same media.
Sonic!
That's just what I heard. I
Sonic!
might need to do additional research.
He's the bestest thing alive.
It's not actually Sonic. It's his cousin.
Flonic.
No, that's
Sonic.
Too
I'm
obvious.
my original character.
That's too obvious. Like Chronic the Hedgehog. Like, oh, no shit.
Oh, here I am. Thank you, man. This will be a treat.
Wait, I remember. So I never actually played the Simpsons game when I was younger, when it actually came out.
I played it on PSP. I played on PS2.
This came out around about the time of Simpsons Mania with the Simpsons movie and yada yada yada. Yeah. And they called the game the Simpsons Game.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be movie based.
So I remember.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I couldn't actually get the Simpsons game myself. I couldn't whatever. I didn't have a console to play it on. But and it wasn't available on PC. Yeah.
I still have the ISO.
I read the storyline on the internet, and it says at some point that the Simpsons encounter their 8-bit counterparts, and in my mind I'm thinking, oh shit, they're gonna throw in obscure references to Bart versus the Space Mutants, or Bart meets Radioactive Man, and all those Bart's Nightmare and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
they're going to actually celebrate Simpsons gaming history.
No!
They don't do that. It's just a general reference to a low poly.
Yeah.
It's a pixelated Homer Simpson that doesn't even look like a sprite. It would have been way more authentic if they used the actual sprites from Bart's versus the Space Mutants.
The Fuckinauts versus the Astro Bastards.
I can't believe that Home Alone 2 used sound effects from A claim from Bard versus the Space Mutants. Steal from anyone besides a claim, for Christ's sake.
Are you quoting who I think you're quoting?
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell. You got the intonation right.
Yeah, I got his voice like so accurate, right? Shut up and jam, Casey!
Shut up and jam!
Shut up and jam! You can get your brand new Irate Gamer Sucks t-shirts!
Yeah!
They look very stylish, and might I say...
I missed that content.
Me too. So I genuinely enjoyed that. Our friend was so good at making videos. I don't know why he stopped.
One of my favorite things. Oh, I forgot just now. Fuck.
He's never gonna watch this. It's okay.
Yes.
We'd say whatever you like.
Wait, let me get Lisa. Yeah, Lisa.
You're referencing who I think
Oh shit, Lisa, how do you get up here? Oh, I gotta pull the switch. Wow, this is really... Like, when I played...
Here comes Lisa!
Whenever I play The Last...
Here comes Lisa!
Whenever I play The Last of Us Part 2, I just get lost over and over. I'm playing this for the first time in years and years and years, and I'm just like, yeah, this makes sense. This is how you just naturally progress in a game. This is how you make a fucking game. It's like...
Yeah.
It's understandable.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's intuitive. You instantly know what it is that you're getting into when you do it.
And like
some
the
of these classic
solutions
games, they don't.
See, there the platforms are going up and stuff, and I didn't fuck around.
I think one of the things that annoys me about trying to do the Let's Play format is that it is genuinely difficult to do commentary and play a video game at the same time. This is why I like having co-commentators. I couldn't do solo commentaries for the life of me. When I tried them back in the day.
I did try as well, but it was... I remember it was on the night... Wait, it was on the night that... Wait, did I just go back to the start?
This is exactly what I'm talking about, though, where... this is something that affects all Let's Players. It's not like a... it's not like a complaint of, like, the small YouTuber. But...
Here we go.
The thing about, like, gaming when you're not doing...
gaming.
The thing about playing a video game when you are not recording a show with the intention of being entertaining for an audience is that you have time to focus on the game, like turn your brain off, use all your brain energy on trying to solve a puzzle in the game that you're struggling with. Like, dedicate your brain power to actually figuring it out.
So,
whereas you can't do that when you're doing, like, this kind of show format, right?
I'm playing Alan Wake 2 through...
Was I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes I don't make sense.
I'm playing through Alan Wake 2 and every single...
And if you leave any mean comments, you are banned from the Game and Chat channel. You are
forever.
banned forever.
I'm playing through Alan Wake 2 and every single level is completely different and they keep introducing mechanics.
Yeah.
And every time I boot it up, I play it for like an hour and I get stuck again. I get frustrated and I give up.
Do you think he gets Alan baked?
Yeah, he does. He's stuck in like a fictional world where he controls the world with what he writes.
Yeah.
So he can just write, Alan Wake gets really high.
No, he has to write Alan Wake gets Alan baked.
Alan Wake gets Alan baked, and then he escapes from his prison hell of the fictional world.
Did you say that he actually like gets to write his own story?
Yeah.
What
he writes becomes real.
That reminds me of like that's like later in this game as well, where they can like just decide what happens in their game. Spoilers, but there was a classic like Jackie Chan Adventures episode. Remember the cartoon with Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, name 5 things that aren't Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, there was an episode I think that had all the like bad guys were like teaming up to write like the Book of Destiny or something, where basically whatever happens in the whatever they write down in the book happens in real life. So it's like, oh, the bad guys win, and then they won. But then the other characters got a hold of the book and were just like, oh, the good guys win, and then the good guys, and it's just stuff like that, right? And I found that trope very fascinating as a kid.
I gotta pick up the thing.
It reminds me of, I've probably said this one before, but it reminds me of this there was a Dexter's Laboratory invention, like in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
That was just like, oh, anything that you, anything fictional that I like, shoot with this gun becomes real.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
And I just remember being a kid and just being like, damn, I wish I had that gun.
Yeah, that's amazing. When I was a kid...
Because, like, what you could do is you could take, like, other inventions from other cartoons
Yeah. When
that
I
do,
was a
like,
kid-
ridiculous shit and make them real.
When I was a kid, and I'm surprised it never turned into some kind of fetish. When I was a kid...
Yeah, because that tends to happen, like, when you're, like, very impressionable
Like Blueberry,
in your youth,
like-
watching, like, Scar from The Lion King and being like, yeah, I hope this doesn't do anything for me.
The Blueberry Willy Wonka girl. Remember, people love the Blueberry.
There's actually
inflation.
genuinely, there actually is a theory that, like, the Willy Wonka movie where Violet Beauregard becomes like a big blueberry is genuinely the precipice, the origin of like everyone on the internet having inflation
Can I say my
fetishes.
thing now?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I really love to play with Hot Wheel cars.
Yeah.
And I would like push them around and just imagine that I could shrink and like sit in them.
Yeah.
But like I like when I was a kid, that was the number one thing I was like upset and just really mad that I just couldn't do. I wanted to be really small. It would have been cool.
Trying to. There was a movie I saw recently.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna lose.
What
No.
was it?
What? You are lame.
Yeah. I mean, that's better than you and your friends are dead.
Yeah.
You are lame.
You are lame.
That's the best game over screen ever. It's just a text that just says, you are lame.
Don't! 0 gamer score! Wait, what unlocks that? We're gonna see. Oh my god. Games and apps.
There was...
How do you view your... here it is. Achievements. Hey, what is this? What is this new achievement? Pwned. Dude, need help? You did it like 10 times.
Oh no.
Wow, I beat
you
this
actually-
game without dying 10 times.
Wow, yeah, I guess you did. You finally died 10 times.
I mean, you have to kill both characters.
I just
first.
remembered what it was.
Yeah.
There was a trailer for a new Christmas movie, I think starring like John Cena and like just a bunch of actors. It's supposed to be like, oh, what if Santa Claus, but he's dark and gritty.
Oh.
Anyway, so in the movie trailer, there's this like ray gun that someone uses
Fuck.
to turn like a tiny toy car into like a giant car, and then they basically get in the giant car and they drive around it, like, and then like the pervy character grabs like a tiny like figurine of like a gorgeous like lady, right?
Yeah, okay.
And then he tries to use the ray gun on it and just gets slapped. It's like, it doesn't work that way.
What was that?
Well,
from?
I don't know. It's like a Christmas movie that apparently has all these famous actors in it. That's coming out this December. Not promoting it. I'm just saying that that's like the trailer I saw, and like the joke is like whatever the toy they use turns real. Like it becomes the real thing, and apparently like turning a doll
What if you
doesn't
like,
it doesn't work that way.
If
That
you
was the joke.
If you zapped a,
The Force doesn't work that
if
way.
you zapped your dick, would it turn into a dildo?
Like does it work in reverse? I don't know.
Yeah, just put the
I would
batteries
certainly
in
hope not.
backwards.
Oh gosh.
That was a
Have you ever seen I feel like there's got to be a trope for like adult movies, but like I feel like I've seen this skit before where like the vibrator like talks and is just like, oh, I'm gonna replace your boyfriend. I'm better than your boyfriend because I'm a talking vibrator. That kind of thing.
That was Road Trip.
That was Road Trip.
No, that was.
I've seen Road Trip one time.
Road Trip might be my favorite sex romp comedy of all time.
Do you remember when like the dick is covered in shit and he's like it's flopping around when he's like going through the corn maze?
What?
What? Is that just something I imagined?
Yeah, that's not in the movie.
That's in Road Trip.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
There's no corn maze.
No, he's like in a farm or in a field and he's like running around. He's got like his dick covered in shit. And for a brief
that's
second,
not Road Trip.
it's in the movie.
It's not Road
It's
Trip.
Road Trip. I
It's
saw
not-
it one time. My friend made me watch it in high school. It's Road Trip.
It's not Road Trip. That is
That's
not
the
Road-
movie where
I
like
watched it
the
last year.
it's like sitting on the car and she pisses in it, right?
No, that's not.
That's Road Trip.
You're Rolfing, you fucking
I'm not
asshole.
Rolfing. That's Road Trip. It's an adult comedy movie. A girl pisses in the car because they get stuck on the street. They're on the side of the road, and a Christian family rolls up.
No, that's not Road Trip.
It's not Road Trip? What movie am I thinking of?
I don't know, but I want to know now. I want to hear about this shit.
No, it's a real movie. Why would I make this up?
Oh shit.
No, okay, it's not Road Trip.
Yeah.
It's not Road Trip. It's not Road Trip.
I love
that's
this.
the one
this
where
is
he
the
gets
Road Trip fiasco.
That's the one where the dude's gets like fingered in the asshole by the nurse, right?
Yeah, that's Road Trip.
That's Road Trip.
That's Road Trip. And he likes it, and then he's like, at the ending is
I
like,
told you it's good.
in the ending, it's like, oh, he found a new thing that he liked, and he's like, so you wanted 2 fingers? And he's like, no, 3 fingers.
No. It does feel
Shit,
good.
Bart, fuck, press the button. Press the button, Lisa.
What movie am I thinking of? Fuck.
Help, Bart. Help, Bart.
Girl pisses in car movie?
Ew.
Sex Drive.
I've never heard of it.
The
Never
movie's called
If I
Sex
see it
Drive.
on DVD, I'm buying it though. Now.
Now! You said you weren't gonna watch it! You lied to me!
I know, I didn't say that. No, never seen that before in my life.
Damn.
Bitch just showed
Okay.
me a screenshot and I've never heard of this.
So, it wasn't Road Trip.
Sonic!
But they go on a road trip in the movie. It's
Sonic.
like one of those stereotypical...
Sonic.
Yeah, I see Sonic. I see
gotta
Sonic.
get Sonic.
It's one of those stereotypical, like, movies where the guy's just like, oh, I've never gotten laid before.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna meet
yeah,
this
yeah,
girl
yeah,
on the
yeah,
internet and get
yeah.
laid. And so we're gonna go on a road trip
My
to
favorite
get laid!
my favorite other movie is Euro Trip. Where he has a I
don't want to see it now.
I love the plot of Euro Trip because he has an online friend that he thinks is a man. I forgot her name, but he thinks
Yeah.
it's a man. And he's just like, oh, he's my, email pen pal friend.
Yeah.
And then one day they send like, oh, I'd like to like meet you and, get closer to you.
Yeah.
And he sends an email back. He's like, get away from me, you sick gay freak or something. And then it turns out that his little brother told him that the name was a German female name. And he's like, oh, fuck. So he goes all the way to Europe to meet this girl.
Yeah.
And that's the movie. Hijinks ensue. Oh, shit. That's a Lisa thing. Fuck.
In 20 years, there will be an angry video game nerd and irate gamer porn parody where he does the dirty Sanchez with Doug.
Yeah.
That is what you said, quoting you directly.
That's true. It would happen.
Hey, old people, remember these internet celebrities?
Imagine just us as like 80-year-olds and they're like, we're in a
Oh, yeah.
special screening of AVGN episodes from 2007.
Oh gosh, in the retirement home, it's going to be all,
Where did I go?
the Shoe Song and Potter Puppet Pals just playing on
Yeah,
loop.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I have noticed that,
Oh, I pressed...
we've
wait,
talked
why?
about it before, but I have
Oh,
noticed
nice.
that as I get older, the less inclined I am to try stuff
there we go.
that's like directed at the younger generation, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, internet content when I was young was like the Angry Video Game Nerds, YouTube Poops, Red to Prey, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. These were the things that I liked, right? And the other day I was watching a video that was just like, oh, the Gen Z nostalgia iceberg, and it's all stuff like that I've never heard of. Because like the type of gaming content that people like nowadays is like Poppy Playtime, Five Nights at
God.
Freddy's, Minecraft, Among Us,
Like Five Nights at Fuck
Baldi's
Boys.
Basics. You get what I'm saying though, right? Where it's just like, in a few years there's going to be like, oh, nostalgia compilations. Like, remember this stuff from 20 years ago? And it's all stuff that, prospectively,
Oh, shit.
like from my perspective,
Yeah.
happened like a few years ago. Like people have been like, oh, do you remember Flip and Florp's Mysterious Adventures on ABC Kids? And I'm like, no, I do not.
Do you remember Johnson and Friends?
I do remember Johnson and Friends, but I guarantee you nobody watching this video remembers Johnson and Friends. Only Harvey.
the friend that we have whatever. He he showed me a clip of Johnson and Friends, and you just see like a normal sized person, like a giant person walk. No, a tiny person.
Yeah.
Because it was small land. You see a tiny person walk past.
I think we're at a point now where, like,
shit.
you could, like, talk to a kid. Don't talk to a kid, by the way. You could, like, talk to a kid and be like,
you can't talk
hey,
to your nephews.
remember The Simpsons? And they'll be like,
what?
what's that? I've never heard of that in my life.
Hey, you feel free to bleep this, but one of my favorite video games awesome moments was like, I forget how it started, but it was like, oh, I'm like a 12-year-old. Who the fuck is Michael Jackson? And Ben's like, some kid's going to say that to me someday, and my mind is going to be blown. Well, that wasn't the offensive one. Never mind. It was just, yeah.
What was the offensive one?
I can't remember. Oh, it was, there's an animation made by Carbon Water of a moment called Ben Dad. And is like, whatever, Ben Dad, you fucking fat kid. And they said that on the
live stream?
Yeah, on the live stream.
Yeah.
There's so many live streams of theirs where like Frasier says the N-word or they say
no.
the F-slur.
No, well, don't say that now. These are like your favorite people. You love these guys.
No one's gonna care.
I know, but no, they will care because like in 20 years from now, things that are like slightly uncomfortable are going to be really uncomfortable. Also, I wanted to make a reference earlier when you said Michael Jackson. He's not real. Like it's just something that parents make up, like the Boogeyman or Michael Jackson.
Fun. We're not having fun.
I get it.
The fun meters
But
down.
did you hear my Simpsons reference?
Our creativity and innovation is down.
Like the Boogeyman or Michael Jackson. Remember?
Yeah.
This sounds like rock and or
Michael
roll.
Jackson, do you think he did it?
You are currently watching Game and or Chat.
Michael Jackson, do you think he did it?
Let's put it
he
out
do
to
those
MatPat.
things?
MatPat, can you come out of retirement and make like a film theory?
Did Michael Jackson do it?
Michael Jackson? Yeah, the thumbnail is just like Michael Jackson doing a pog face, and like in the big red text, did he do it?
The young kids sleeping with Michael, they're getting an iPhone.
What I find like strange is I don't think anyone would like actively defend it now, but like there was like genuinely people who were like, oh, Michael Jackson didn't do that. He's just weird. He just like, there's nothing, like, he's just a quirky character who lets kids sleep in his bed. And it's like, I feel like under any other context, like if you said like, hey, Dr. Disrespect, you know, it was just being quirky and was like making a joke, it wouldn't fly, you know? Chris Tyson.
Testing it. I knew what it
I was pushing my limit.
Yeah,
I wanted to see how far I could go with dark, edgy humor.
To catch a predator reference.
Yeah, could you imagine if like Chris Hansen confronted someone and they were just like, I did it for the meme.
There was a guy, and he was he walked in, and then Chris Hansen walks out, and he's just, and the guy just says, "That's okay, I was just testing it," and he walks out the door. I knew what this was. I was just testing it.
I was just testing what? If he'd be there?
I don't. Yeah. He knew what it was. It was just, okay. My favorite quote.
I was just experimenting. Like I just wanted to be
I just wanted to see what police were actually watching for.
It's just like, I just wanted to clarify. I've got my clarification. I'm leaving now.
Okay, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, my favorite To Catch a Predator quote is when Chris Hansen is reading from the chat log to a guy.
Yeah.
And Chris Hansen says, "So I take it you're a virgin," and the guy says, "No, sir." And then Chris says, "No, I'm reading you from the chat log."
No, I love that one.
I take it you're a virgin.
Chris,
no.
I love that one YouTube poop that we found that was like very simple editing, where it's just like Chris Hansen confronts Chris Hansen.
Yeah. And they just mirror the footage so it looks like he's talking
He looks like he's arguing with himself about the chat logs that Chris Hansen, like, it's like, this is you I'm reading.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. How do I do this? Okay, I gotta get to this switch, I think.
I have one for you.
Yeah.
Hypothetical. What if Chris Hansen was confronting the wacky characters from like the Simpsons Springfield
There was Chris Hansen was on The Simpsons.
Yeah, which episode?
I don't remember, but it was like, "Hello, Homer. I'm Chris Hansen, and I'm doing a show called To Catch a Credit Whore."
Oh yeah, to crack
catch a
credit
credit
whore.
Credit whore.
Yeah. I do remember that episode. It was a very bad episode. I did not enjoy that episode.
I got it like a credit card and was like, wait, okay, I gotta go up here, I think.
But okay, doesn't address my hypothetical though. He did appear in The Simpsons, but if Mo Sizlak walked through the door, what would be in his chat log?
Mo Sizlak?
Yeah.
Oh.
It would be like, I've dated a midget before.
Short people got no reason to live.
I don't remember if it was you I was talking. That's my. I should say dwarf, by the way, because like I actually do, or I did. I don't know, mutual followers, but like I had a friend once who was a dwarf.
Yeah.
And I made a joke. I can't remember. It's like if midgets get. I said if midgets get high, do they get medium or something like that?
What?
And no, because like instead of getting high, they get lower.
Yeah.
It was something along those lines, or it was like if when you say make the little things count, does that mean make midgets do mathematics? Anyway. They confronted me about it and said, like, we prefer the word dwarf.
Yes,
you really shouldn't say things like that. And I immediately, like, backtracked and was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I not like that.
It's like, it's 2D, but it matches the camera.
Can I say something that is controversial?
Yeah.
Well, as far as, like, the Simpsons game
I
goes.
don't like black people.
No. That's for our late at night podcast. After our game and chat after hours. No. I really need to clarify. I'm not that way inclined. Anyway.
He said ass.
So, the Simpsons hit and run like remaster that like fan made remaster came out. It like someone remade the game by like going in and like porting it or whatever, and making it widescreen and all that sort of stuff. But they like use the filter that's similar to the Simpsons game, where they like make all the characters like black outline and like flat colors.
The trick to this game is the FOV is like not very wide,
right?
So it makes it more cartoony because it's more flat.
Yeah, I guess I can kind of get that in understand that in this case, like the cell shading and all that sort of stuff.
This room doesn't look very deep, but it's like FOV is like.
It might be controversial for me to say, but like I actually prefer when the 3D models just look like 3D models.
I like both Hit and Run and this.
Right.
Visually.
But like I prefer Hit and Run's original style better. In the sense that
That's fair.
they kind of look like when the characters are in. So when the characters are 2D, I like them in the flat colors. When the characters are 3D, I want them to look like a Pixar animation, basically.
All right, yeah.
Like they actually have like lighting reflecting.
Macaroni.
Do you know what I mean? Where like the lighting is reflecting off of them, and like it looks like you could physically touch them, kind of thing. I don't like the pseudo cartoon style in 3D.
I would love to physically touch Marge. That'd be great.
Casey, you are strange. You're a very strange person. Has anyone ever told you that?
What's wrong with
You're kind of freaky.
A 34-year-old mother of 3.
She is 34, isn't she? We clarified that.
We learned that today.
We learned that the hard way when you touched her.
I'm 33. Well, what's the problem? I didn't give consent. Oh, right, yeah. No, I wouldn't.
What's the problem?
I wouldn't rate
I'm a cartoon character.
I wouldn't unconsensual Marge.
Oh, Casey.
I
want
you to male voice version of me in bed.
I've always wanted to self-cessed with a male version of myself.
Oh shit, I just got decked by a fucking...
It's like that one Family Guy gag where like Peter Griffin's like, oh, I'm going to go into the restroom room and I want you to follow me in a few seconds later and do stuff with me in the restroom. And then he walks away and then like he comes back and it's like, oh, you're a saucy devil. And Lois is like, I haven't left yet. And then like a male version of Lois sits at a different table with a female version of Peter Griffin. It's like, you saucy little devil.
Oh,
implying that Peter Griffin just did it with a male version of Lois.
Alright, one more hit. See, the boss fight, I figured it out just naturally over a little bit of experimentation.
I just remembered the when we were
Yeah.
we were talking about Game and Chat in some regard or another, and you just said Game and Chat is a bit like that movie WALL-E, where no one watches our videos in their prime when they're getting released, but then like thousands of years later, people in the space station who are going to be like fat and chubby and watching Game and Chat episodes after we're dead. Like it's not gonna like, no one's gonna watch any of this content as it's coming out, but suddenly when we're dead, they're gonna like, everyone's going to love it, and they're gonna be like, wow, they were way ahead of their time.
They thought they were stupid and cringe, but it turns out they were just cringe.
Hey, I may be cringe, but I am free. Remember that meme? It's the meme of the cow like standing out in the meadow, and like he's munching grass, and in the sky there's the caption, and it says, "I may be cringe, but I am free."
Hey.
He might have been on a surfboard. I don't recall. I might be thinking of the wrong meme.
Where'd you learn to do that, Bart? I want to see that taken out of context with adult forms.
No, first of all, I do not condone what Casey is saying. I want to reel him back in.
You're not okay with adults being sexual?
Well, okay, the aged up concept, the concept of like aging up kid characters is already like a little bit suspicious.
I'm just trying to make it worse for you.
Yes, because like I feel like the more you talk, like if you start the topic at all, you're already on like rocky ground, and the more you like talk about it, regardless of whether you're saying something agreeable or not, you're already on rocky ground to begin with, so you're going to be taken out of context regardless.
Yeah.
No, but it does. Yeah, I get in the context
But
of
you
like.
know, like they already they have legitimate adult forms in the show. So is that not okay?
No.
To...
Well, I mean, it really I don't want to like draw the line on like where I stand on like making cartoon character hentai, because like in general it's just bad.
That thing.
It's bad. So like my opinion, if you're gonna like hold a gun to me and force me to give my opinion on this topic, it is just that if
sex is wrong,
the person is visually distinct as someone who has gone through puberty and has the secondary sexual characteristics of someone that is an adult, then that you know, them being a 200-year-old dragon, like child-coded bullshit, is not gonna work.
The lolly dragons.
Like, you can't justify that under like what I just said. Like that's very clear, cut and dry. Like if they look like an adult, it is an adult.
I don't get when they have dragon characters that are just humans with horns on them. Is that what dragon means?
Huh? Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, you're right. Like, it is strange that they're just like, hey, this character is... No, there is an anime where it's just like, okay...
Oh shit, Donkey Kong! Watch this. He does a funny reference. It's so funny, my guy. It's so funny.
He does the thumbs up.
It's so funny.
Yeah, Terminator. No, I did a... Me and my partner, Dewey, went to this ball pit. This place that had, like, you know, a bunch of photo opportunities, Instagram, whatever. And there was, like, a colourful ball pit.
How many followers do you have? Oh, get out.
And we filmed a quick, short video of, like, me doing, like, the Terminator thumbs up, like, slowly sinking into the ball pit.
That's awesome.
Very wholesome moment. I loved it. It's, like, one of the highlights. One of the best date nights.
It's his wife. His new wife.
Oh yeah, so there's an anime that's literally just like, oh, all of these animal characters go to like the same high school together, except the main character is a human, and it's like a representation of each like animal race goes to this same high school, but all of the men are like big furry like animals, and all of the women are stereotypical anime girls with just like one or two features of like the animal that they represent, like oh, I'm a hyena. I also have a penis, just like the men of my species. No, that is actually surprisingly common.
It's true.
No, it's true, but it's actually like a pseudo like penis. It's a very long clitoris. That's fine. Let me finish my story before you...
I mean, I don't know if I can.
No, can I just finish this really quick? Okay. It is. That happens very commonly in anime where they're just like, I am a hyena girl and I have futanari proportions.
Oh, okay, can I go now?
Yeah, you can go!
God,
It's fine! Go piss!
I gotta get pee pals.
The pee... No one's gonna get that reference. We're not starting the Pee Pals podcast.
Club, man.
We're called the Pee Pals because we pee together.